Hello, this is the third video in Python for Beginner series, and this video is going to be all about basic operators in Python. There are so many different operations that we can perform with data in Python, but in this video I'll be teaching you about the basic ones only. Let's start by declaring a variable x and giving it a value of 5, and let's declare another variable y and give it a value of 10. Now in Python we can do this. We can say print x. You can probably guess what this does. It's gonna print the value of the sum of numbers x and y. In this case it's 15. You can see that right here. We can also say x minus y. It should give us negative 5 since that's the answer. Now notice that I've used the minus symbol for subtraction and the plus symbol for addition. This symbol is known as the operand. We use an operand to perform operation on data. Here I've used the equal to operand to assign the value 5 to the variable x. We can also multiply numbers in Python by using the star symbol. When we run that, we see the two numbers are multiplied. You can see the answer here. And we can also divide them by using the forward slash. When we run that, we should see 0.5. Now exponentiation works a little bit differently in Python. We have to say x star star 2 to say x squared. So if we need to print x squared, we'll have to write it down like this. And when I run this program, it's going to print out x squared, which is 5 squared, which is 25. We can also do something like y raised to the power 3, which is 10 raised to the power 3, which should give us 1000. Yes, it gave us 1000. These were the operations that you could perform on numbers. Numbers are either of the integer data type or the floating point data type. These operations would make no sense if performed on other data types like string, boolean, etc. Now let's move on to the string data type. Let's create a variable x again and give it a value of hello, and another variable y and give it a value of world, exclamatory mark. You can probably see where I'm going with this. We can say print x plus y, but that doesn't make any sense, right? How can you add two strings together? Well, in Python it turns out that you can. What this does is it prints hello and world right next to each other. But you can see here that there's no space in between these words. In order to get a space, we'll need to add a space at the ending of the first word like that, or we can do that at the starting of the second word like that. In this case, I've given double space. That's the only operation that we will be performing with string for now. I'll be walking you through more advanced ones as we move through the videos. The next data type we encounter is the Boolean data type. So let's declare another variable x again and set it to be equal to true. Notice that I've capitalized the first letter of true. If I were to say true with a small t, it's not going to recognize it as a Boolean data type. So I'm going to say true, x equals true. Now we know that if I say print x, it's going to print true onto the screen, right? But what if you want to print the opposite of x? What would you do? You would use a keyword not. Not is a keyword in Python that is reserved for this. When you use not in front of a Boolean variable, it's going to invert the value of that Boolean variable. So it's going to print the opposite of the value of x. In this case, true becomes false. If I were to change the value true into false and run the program again, it's going to print true because print not x was the command given to it. And then we also have conditional operators. I'm going to demonstrate this with an example. I'm going to say x equals 10 and y equals 15. Okay. Now I can say this in Python. I can say print x less than y. Now that's not going to make any sense at first, but let's think about it. When we say print x less than y, this expression x less than y evaluates if x is less than y or not. If that's the case, it's going to return the value true to the print statement, and the print statement is going to print the value true onto the screen. In this case, yes, x is less than y, so it's going to print out true. If I were to say print x greater than y, it's going to print out false because x is not greater than y. X is 10 and y is 15. In Python, I can also say this: print x is less than or equal to. This is how I do it. It's going to print true if x is less than or equal to y. In this case, it is true. If I were to change y's value to be 10 as well, it's going to print out true because x is equal to y. But if I said print x is less than y in this case, it's going to print out false. That's because x is not less than y. X is equal to y. We also have one more operator here, which is the equals operator. We use the equal to sign twice. Now what does this mean? This expression here now checks if the values on both ends are equal or not, if x is equal to y or not. If both the values are equal, it gives out true, otherwise it gives out false. In this case, we can see that both the values are equal, so when I run this, it's going to give out true. But why are we using two equal to signs? Why not just one? Well, let's try that. Let's see what error it gives us. It says type error. Okay, let's make it right again. We use a single equal to sign to assign values to variables. We use double equal to sign when we are comparing two values. This is the key difference between double equal to sign and the single equal to sign. Those are the basic operations that you can do with data in Python. I'll teach you about more complex ones as we progress through this set of videos, but that's in the future. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. In the next video, I'll be talking about if statements. So stay tuned for that and I'll see you then. And until then, remember, anybody can code.